journey begins in every step. Hello friends, these are my dogs, and this is me, Brendan, your fellow dreamer, and this is the video that I am making on the day before I fly out to California once again to go film Journey to Lucidity 3, Quest of Quests, the third movie in the saga. And I'm just taking a moment here to just sort of like share with you some of the excitement that I have going into this movie. A lot of you guys who are familiar with my work, you know that I've been dedicated to creating consciousness shifting media since 2009, give or take. And these movies have been a real testimony to my dedication and to the success of what can happen when we sort of have an idea and follow through with it. And it means doing the work. It means following your heart. It means sort of like trusting the universe and learning lessons along the way. And it means giving me a second here to pick up my dog poop. So just this is part of life. Can't have the beauty of a dog walk without having to pick up some poop along the way. So there we go. So this movie, Journey to Lucidity 3, of course, it is something that is an independent project in the sense that it is being crowdfunded through the community as well as my own financial backing to be able to help create this movie and to be able to help put a lot of volunteer hours into making it happen. And huge shout out to everyone who has donated, huge shout out to everyone who watches it. The crowdfunding is still going to be up for until like April 15th or something like that, but after that I'm gonna have to like relaunch another crowdfunding because the ongoing crowdfunding is still gonna be supporting the editing and the post-production, and there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that goes into making a full-length documentary movie. There we go. So with these movies, I just want to show you more footage of my dogs because they're the real stars in this. There's Shelby and there's Dallin. So these movies, you know, they're about the shift in consciousness. They're about the bigger story, and it's really cool because they're revealing themselves to me in the same way they're revealing themselves to you. And every day that I get closer to doing these movies, I'm sort of like waking up with more ideas as to how they can happen. But from the lessons I've learned in the past, the exciting thing is that a big part of this is knowing that I'm going there to meet the universe halfway. The universe like already has these plans, and my job is to like step into the synchronistic flow of reality within the Lucidity Festival, and to be able to like be in the right place at the right time, to be able to get those moments, to be able to get those shots on camera, and to be able to get those words shared and honored through the lens and weaved into the story. And you know that like these movies, they're more than just a documentary. They're like this quasi documentary adventure movie. And that is what makes them really cool, and that is what makes them stand out, and that is why like I'm personally like quite proud of what has been accomplished through them in collaboration with like all the amazing people who helped make them happen and everything. So this next movie, I will just say this, sort of like on a side note related to this project. You guys know I've been like really sort of just doing a lot of personal transformation, cultivation of energy and all that, and for the longest while I had yet to have like a vivid sort of dream that I was able to remember, and a lot of that was due to my schedule with work and everything. But this morning, since I had the day off because I've been running errands and just getting everything in check and just like making sure that, you know, I got everything I need for leaving tomorrow, I went back to like I woke up and then I went back to sleep at around like 9 a.m. and I ended up like having some like crazy dreams, some like crazy lucid dreams. So like that was really cool, you know, like having a lucid dream like the day before going off on the big adventure to go film Journey to Lucidity. And it's kind of hard to pull all the details from the dream, but there was like this like giant fox god. There was that, I know that was like really interesting and cool. There was like this golden like fox god, and it was just like kind of like a giant like sort of puppy fox. It was really interesting. Yeah, and then there was like just me being sort of like aware that I was dreaming and trying to like float and stuff like that, and acknowledging the difference between jumping to float and letting go to float sort of thing. So these movies, the Journey to Lucidity movies, you know, they're like multifaceted. They accomplish things on multiple levels. One of the main reasons behind me doing this was to be able to help like educate people about the topic of lucid dreaming within the movies, which is something that I just consider to be super relevant to the shift in consciousness, because it opens people up to the idea that we are multidimensional beings by nature. And again, just sort of understanding like what does that mean, and that's going to still be a part of the third movie. But what is going to also come through within this movie is like, well, it's hard because I want to make sure it's fresh when you guys see it, so I'm going to avoid giving too many spoilers and stuff. But there will be sort of like the yin and the yang. I'll just say that within this movie. And there's a few ideas that I have, but again, I'm really trying to just keep it open and allowing the universe to sort of flow through however it needs to within those moments. So the first one, you know, Planted Seed, was like really just about myself as a representation of all of us, sort of like this, you know, this newly birthed journeyer within like this cosmic path of life, and they're just sort of figuring things out and they're going through that awakening process. And then the second one, come on Shelbs, go Shelbs, go, Shelby, this way. And the second one was more about embodiment. It was about, you know, the guardian, the role of the guardian. And, oh, my dogs are like tying me up here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. So the, hold on, Dallin, you got it wedged between your legs. There you go. Good boy, Dallin. So the second one was about, you know, it was about embodiment of the guardian. It's like, okay, so you're awake, now what? Like, what do? You know, like, you take on a role, you take on a responsibility, you do something with that awareness to be able to help other people, which I think is, you know, again, that's a reflective of like our shift in consciousness. Watching, like, observing the shift in consciousness going back to like 2012, that's been a big part of it. People are waking up and they're just like, whoa, like, I get it, like, we're all connected, sacred geometry is everything, fractals and multidimensional reality, and it's like all love and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you get it, now what comes next, you know? Like, so it's like action, it's like expansion, expanding that circle of awareness, being a conduit for knowledge, being a bridge, and that is where the third one comes into play. The third one, Quest of Quests, is an extension of the story arc. It is an extension of our progress as individuals. And so I'm going to be asking people, like, what is our quest? You know, like, what is our quest as humans and stuff? And that's where we're going to get like a variety of other answers using the pine cone again as a tool. And it's also going to be about, you know, my personal transformation as an individual, as a leader amongst leaders, as a guardian, further embodying the guardian role. And it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see what happens, and there's going to be like more martial arts, more Jedi stuff. Yeah, just really cool things, and that's the exciting part, is that until I get there, it's hard for me to guess exactly what's going to happen. So my job is to put forth my best effort and to be open. So I'm going to wrap this video up because I got to keep to a schedule. There's still a bunch of stuff that I got to do today. But of course, go check out the crowdfunding campaign, watch the movies. Your support is greatly appreciated in terms of being able to cast a vote. For what it is that you wish to see more of within this reality. So I'm going to walk these guys across the street. And yeah. Like, thank you again. Thank you to you guys. Thank you for those of you who've been following this journey for, you know, for years now, and it's amazing to think that, like, this is we've come so far. Like, we really have. Like, I remember making a similar video when I set out to do like Journey to Rockmont, and then I did another one when I set out to do the first Journey to Lucidity movie, and then there was a second. It's like, what, we're already on the third? Like, how did that happen? Like, it's already 2015. Like, growth, expansion, life. So okay guys, well, I'm gonna say farewell to my dogs. So Shelby, you be a good boy while I'm gone, okay? I love you. Dallin, you be a good boy too. Okay, so I'll let you guys know how it goes as things happen. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and again, just share the movie with your friends. I believe in my heart, in all honesty, that the Journey to Lucidity movies have every potential to go viral within the conscious community. It is merely a matter of them being able to find the right flow, and that flow is created through you sharing them with your friends, word of mouth, it's an exciting thing for me to realize that every single day at least one person is watching the Journey to Lucidity movies through the YouTube and stuff like that. And through the movies, people get inspired. They realize there's like, wow, there are those of us out there who are doing things to help change the world, who care enough to like step into, whatever, just higher purpose of being able to selflessly help change the world. And that's what it's about. So thank you for watching this. Thank you for sharing the movies. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And until next time, I'll see you in the future. One love.